Hello, 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 hello. There, you beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining me in my Classical Pilates exercises. I'm Carla Armour, your mindset and movement coach, coming at you with even more beautiful stuff to move that body. All right, enjoy. Today I'm going to show you in this video the Mermaid. It's a classical exercise. It comes with all of the side bend series, and this one is just a really beautiful feeling. It's actually when I say classical, everybody knows it's a classical approach to our side bend, but it's really one that's accessible to almost everyone. Obviously, guys, if it's an issue to sit in this position, you can always either use a soft cushion or a block to be able to position either underneath your bum to get you to feel more comfortable, or if it's better for you here, maybe underneath your knee, you have maybe issues with your knee, it's not a problem. You can use something that can assist you in making the exercise more accessible to you, okay? Obviously, you don't want to just be propping up yourself if it's unnecessary, but it's good to always make things more accessible to you so that you can grow into the exercises. So for our mermaid, it's a really delicious exercise. We're going to be sitting cross-legged. My foot is underneath this leg, just making a space for it, so it's quite comfortable. I'm not pressing on it at all. It's really over the ankle. My thigh is over the ankle, and then my other thigh is drawn in nice and tight onto the next to that foot. All right. I'm trying to get both hip joints facing front, and I'm really trying to press that hip down, so I'm squaring myself off to you and to the camera. Okay. So hand is on the ankle, shoulders are released down. I'm going to take this arm, and when I reach this arm over, guys, I'm going to notice my shoulder doesn't lift. It stays down, and I'm really trying to anchor down from this hip as I reach up and over my waist to get a full stretch. I'm going to allow my head to curl with my spine. I'm not going to just shear off my neck. I'm going to make it a fully smooth, nice stretch. Really reaching with my fingertips, reaching these fingertips away from this hip, pressing back down in opposition with this hip. I'm going to take a nice breath into the ribs, feeling them opening out, and then I'm going to lift as if I want to scratch the ceiling with my arm. Notice that my shoulders are now even, they didn't lift up. And I'm going to place that hand down. I'm going to inhale this arm, the same thing, guys. You want to really feel that opposition with the arm, power, intention, that movement with this arm. And I'm going to leave this hip down as I walk this hand away, bending into this elbow. I'm going to reach over and stretching into the other side. Again, guys, notice I'm not bringing my shoulders close to my ears here. I'm keeping that space between the ears and the shoulder. I'm keeping the rib cage melted down, so I'm not arching into the back, and I'm pushing down in opposition with this hip. Okay, I'm breathing into the ribs again, and then I'm zipping up, and I walk that hand in as I come back to center. I'll do it again without touching up. You can do about 3 or 4 sets or more if you will want. And then what I like to do on my last one, I like to just take a nice little rotation here, look down towards my thigh as I inhale, and then I take my arm and I sweep it across the floor, release my other hand, and then I make a nice reach to the front as I sweep myself around to the other side to just get me even more stretch. And then I come out of it. So I just add that there. It's just something I like to add. And then obviously you're going to do that to the other side. So again, your leg is bent here. You have this thigh over the ankle. you tuck this knee in, and the same thing, you want to really have your hips reaching front. It'll feel completely different from one side to the other, because I've never, in all my years of teaching fitness classes, and I've been teaching fitness classes since the early 80s, in all my years of teaching fitness classes, and all my years of teaching Pilates, over 15 years, I've never come across a perfectly symmetrical person. So guys, it's all fine if you find that you're a little bit off center. It's all fine if you find one side is tighter than the other. It's all fine if sometimes one side is a little bit more shortened than the other. So the first step into healing is awareness. So being aware of what's happening with your body is actually the first way you can start repatterning your muscles and really rebalancing them, right? We talk about those Pilates principles. Make sure you keep those ribs down, not arch your back, okay guys, in this movement? Really feeling that you're co-contracted here. Coming out of it, that you're really feeling back and front muscles are engaged evenly. Reaching that arm, length away from the shoulders, breathing into the ribs, exhaling. It's a beautiful exercise. You guys are going to love this one. Absolutely, I mean, you love all of them, but this is really quite phenomenal how beautiful this feeling is. Again, keep those ribs down. Don't let it arch into the back. So you're really getting a stretch right into the back and into the side as well. So you're reaching over. Good, and then we're going to do that little addition where we're just adding a rotation to get into the back of the waist. As you inhale into the ribs, you just rotate the spine and reach that hand in opposition to this hip. Reaching, relax the head, neck, shoulders, just looking at the hip. And then you're going to just exhale, just sweep that arm down to the floor. Reach, scoop the tummy in. Remember, all the time you're drawing that belly button in towards the spine. So you're really feeling the back lengthening. We sweep ourselves across to the other side. Beautiful, enjoying that. Walk that hand in as you lift all the way up. So guys, that was delicious. Hope you really enjoyed that, because oh my god, I did. So that was our mermaid, and yeah, so any questions, pop them at the bottom of the video in the comments, or just give me a private message if you have any issues that you want to deal with. All right, and don't forget to always take advice from your medical professionals, because maybe there's something in your body, maybe an injury that you are nursing or you're taking care of, and that this exercise may be contraindicated to you. So in a deep flexion or something, maybe just not good for you. So just go halfway. You don't have to go the full way. You can just do it like that. You know, also, if it's not available to you to cross your legs, your knees may be a problem, you can also just do the exercise just like this. I have a number of clients throughout the years, and this is what's accessible to them. Just this is what's accessible. It's okay. You start somewhere, guys, and you build up. And then you take it a little further. Yeah? So, depending on what's accessible to you, you can also do this sitting in a chair. Yeah? Just keep the hips steady and just feel that nice opening through the body. So guys, I hope you guys really enjoy that exercise. And yeah, so join me again for another one. Where's my remote? Join me again for another exercise, Classical Pilates exercise. And I'm signing out right now. This is Carla Armour, your master.